Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to see how to use your bait casting reel to make those long and accurate casts. Let's get into it. To start practicing, I recommend to use a frog because it will not get snagged everywhere. I'm using braided line. You can use mono if you're using mono, or if you're comfortable with braid, use braid. It's just that it's a little expensive to start with. Second thing is the reel settings, right? One is your brake settings, and next one is your spool tension knob, not the drag star. We'll talk about drag later. This one is important, the spool tension, or it's sometimes called as cast control knob. I'm going to show you how to use the spool tension knob, but first let me show you the brakes. If you're beginning, I would recommend you use a higher setting. So I'm going to go all the way up to 10 or 12. Whatever in your reel, just choose whatever is the highest brake setting, just to start with. You will not get distance, but you will not get backlash also. So second is your spool tension knob, right? How to set it, let me show that real quick. So for setting the cast control knob, right, when you press your clutch, when you press your thumb bar and let your thumb off, remove your thumb, see what happens. I have tightened it to an extent. When I release the spool, see what happens. The lure hit the water and there's no backlash. Absolutely no backlash, no overrun. So when you're starting, I want you to tighten that to that extent where you don't get backlash. And as you get familiar, as you get more experience, you can loosen that. Okay, so now we are ready to make the first cast. Let's see what happens. So when you're casting, when it's your first cast using a bait caster, you don't have to do a lot, like, going like this, doing all kind of cricket shots. We don't have to do any of that. It's all in the wrist, guys. Using a bait casting setup, everything is in the wrist. You don't need to use, you're not going to get distance, all that funny movements. We don't need to do that. A simple wrist action, that's all you need, just the wrist. Okay, and when you're starting, don't go overhead cast right away. What you want to start with a side arm cast, right? I'll show you what I mean. So leave about 6 inches, not more than that. You don't need to use a lot, just 6 inches, a gentle swift, that's all. So about side arm cast, I want to do one little thing when you're casting, right, with bait casters. There's something called thumbing, using your thumb. I'll tell you what I mean. So when you're casting, use your thumb to feather it, barely touch the spool. Not now. When you're casting, when you're making a cast, just keep your thumb on it a little bit. Let me try and make a cast now. You see how my thumb is there, feathering the spool? Let me do it one more time. Take a closer look. Did you hear that? That's my thumb touching the line. One more time, let's try again. Okay, I hope you got it. Okay guys, we spoke about sidearm cast, right? So I was saying, if you are beginning with bait caster, start to use the sidearm cast, right? Keep practicing that. Don't look for distance in the beginning. As you get experience, distance will come automatically. The second common type of cast is your overarm cast, right? Overhead cast, which is basically like this. So here's a quick tip. So when you're trying to make this cast, try not to do like this. What I mean is, your reel parallel to the ground, like this. I know people do that, very good anglers do that, there's no problem. But give this a try. Try to tilt your reel to the side. Instead of this and casting like this, try to turn it sideways. And make a gentle cast. Like I said, no need to jump or hit a sixer and all that. Just a gentle wrist and elbow action. This is all it takes. So let me make an overhead cast and see what happens. Like I said, there's no backlash. You can take a look. And the frog went quite a decent distance. Remember, we are not aiming for distance now. We are aiming for less backlash. So you'll start to enjoy using a baitcaster reel, and then you'll improve your skills, right? One more time, overhead cast. Same 6 inches of line. We don't need too much of slack line there. Gentle action. Reel, don't forget, reel turn towards your left. Try this one. If you feel comfortable, I think you will. Stick to this position and try to avoid this. This is somewhat a little complicated for me. Try it for yourself, whatever works for you. So reel tilted to the left side and gentle action. No backlash. Okay guys, that's it for this video. So remember, I'll summarize what I've been telling. Learn your reel, how to set up your brakes, your cast control knob. Tighten that a little bit. So you will not get distance in the beginning, but you will get the hang of using a baitcaster. And see, you can watch 10,000 videos on YouTube how to cast using a baitcaster. That will not make you a better angler, right? You have to get out, get your rod and reel, use your frog, practice. If water is not around you, you can use it on a playground, parking lot, whatever works for you. But practice. So once you get familiar with your rod, reel, and how the baitcasting reel is working, you will get better with your distance and also, advanced technical casts like skipping, pitch casting, whatever that is. But first, focus on avoiding backlash, right? Remember the tips I said. Set your brakes higher, spool tension a little bit on the higher side, so you don't get a lot of backlashes, and just practice. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.